on there? YouTube is SEO0320 representing JVS. I got the lovely Alicia here. We are going to be doing a review for the first 2 episodes of season 1 of Netflix very own Luke Cage Marvel premiere. We looked at Jessica Jones. She went back. She really loved that. We've started Daredevil. We're only maybe 3 or 4 episodes in for you.
Started a little slow.
But anyway, as far as with this is very different. Off the bat, first thing I'll say is that this is so much different in tone than Jessica Jones and Daredevil. And both of those are very, violent, but at the same time they have different underlying themes. And one of the themes with this one I keep hearing about from one of the characters, Pops, is keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And from even the very first episode, which the name of the episode was Moment of Truth, I realized that Luke is a very tormented soul. He's got a lot of different internal things that we didn't even know about him from Jessica Jones. I didn't realize how much, Jessica and him have in common. We didn't know about his background, what happened with him in jail. We didn't know about his relationship and stuff that kind of happened outside of that, when he kind of left Hell's Kitchen and went over to Harlem. And then you got all these other characters around, and it's actually a pretty well-functioning world. It's totally different. That's the thing that I can definitely say about the first episode. What did you think about the first episode as far as your impressions of Luke Cage versus Jessica Jones or Daredevil?
So to be honest, I'm starting to see a trend. Because for me, Jessica Jones, the first episode was kind of slow too. So I feel like with this one, the character, I'm intrigued by him just based on seeing him in Jessica Jones. But for me, the first episode was kind of slow. I guess they're trying to build, trying to introduce you to all these characters, but it's slow. It's a slow build.
Yeah, you don't really see necessarily anything happen as far as action-packed.
Until episode 2.
Well, even at the end, though, the end of the episode where Luke Cage decides to go and help the person that was his tenant, you know what I'm saying?
Was that episode 1? Episode 2?
That was episode 1, and he guards her, location. He's like, I got you, Whereas before, him as a character, he was really apprehensive about trying to get himself exposed. He was just trying to mind his own business. And the more you started seeing him, seeing things happen, it's like he just couldn't stay away. And then even with Pops being kind of a mentor to him and helping him, then it was really dope. But one thing I will say, though, the introduction to Cottonmouth and Shades, both of these characters, they have a lot of weight to them and stage presence. But Cottonmouth specifically, this dude's off the chain. There's something wrong with this man. One of the movies that I'm actually working on directing, he symbolizes a character by the name of Merc that I play. And it freaks me out every time I watch this character because he's so into himself and just dark, you know what I'm saying? But the actor is playing that role. He's doing a good job in my personal opinion. But yeah, you got anything to add about the first episode? To me, I thought it was a really good opener. Even the opening titles are different, and I actually really like the underlying theme of what they're trying to do moving forward, just looking at the first episode. So the first episode for me, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was a good opener. I think it was a good opener. I thought there was nothing wrong with it. I didn't have anything that I could say that was bad.
7.
Dang, that was harsh. Well, I guess it's not bad, but for me, I'm more impartial to, building, give me a good foundation so I can have a world to build on. And I think that they really compacted that really well for me. Okay. So now we're going to cut that off. So anybody that has not seen episode 2, this is going to be spoilers for you.
Episode 2!
Alright, so we're about to go into spoilers. Well, actually, anybody that didn't see episode 1 is spoilers. Anyway, so hopefully y'all enjoyed that first episode review. Now we're going to do episode 2. Episode 2, the name of it is Code of the Streets. This episode was very different.
It was good. Because so in episode 1, sorry honey.
Go ahead, no.
Okay. In episode 1, I'm like, okay, when is he going to have his Spider-Man moment? Because they all have them. Episode 2, he finally has his Spider-Man moment. Because, in episode 1, that he has all these powers, but he just chooses not to do anything with them until he has that moment when someone near and dear to him is hurt And if he would have, or if he could have, blah, 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 it would have been different.
Yeah.
So he has that moment. And it's like, at that moment, you know, everything about to change. Because now he's mad. And you can tell, like, even from episode 1, like, he saw Chico with that gun about to go do something reckless. But he chose to do nothing.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of your boy Peter Parker. That Spider-Man moment when you realize that you had the ability to help someone and you did not.
Yeah.
And then you get to see what happens, like the domino effect of your your decision to not be in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he has that moment, so it's really good. I think that was like, I mean, it just sucks, like, you know, how that to happen. But you saw it coming. The music, told you.
Yeah, I mean, that sequence was well shot too. I mean, even like the first episode, like the fight sequence in the location, I thought that all these shots were dope. There was this one shot with Cottonmouth. He was right next to the Biggie picture. Like, the shots are awesome, how they're actually doing it from a cinematography standpoint. But for me, the second episode, there was so much in it. Like, it felt like 2 episodes because I was like, oh my gosh, like Misty Knight's character starting to kind of unravel a little bit.
Trauma.
No, she's a good cop though.
She's a good cop, but she's a loose woman.
Wow, that's so cool. But she can ball though. Woo!
She can.
But I mean,
but
yeah.
We knew she was a cop in episode 1. You smelled the cop on her. You just.
But not even that though. You get to understand of what Pop's backstory was. You get to see flashback who he was, his connection with Cottonmouth, and even that sequence with Cottonmouth in the barbershop. I thought that was so tense filled, but you could tell
there was a level of respect.
Yeah. There you go, babe. But I really liked the second episode. It was definitely leaps bounds, a lot better than the first episode. And so then
if you watch the first episode and you're like, hold tight. Second episode to get you there.
I got a feeling it's gonna keep revving up, and that's what Jessica Jones did. Each episode, it was like.
By episode 3, Jessica Jones had you. I feel like this is gonna be like that same type of vibe.
Yeah, the tone is there.
On top of the fact, hold on, Pumpkin. Alfred Whitta's in there. You know, Alfred Whitta plays a cold-hearted, stone-like woman better than anybody else. She just has that, like, that.
But I don't know, babe. Her cousin, Cottonmouth, is like giving her a run for her money.
She got that nest.
She do. She do.
Like, you ain't got no hard Alfred. You ain't got no hard.
Oh, and there's a sneak appearance by a person that is from Daredevil and Jessica Jones in the name of Turk. That dude.
Turk sucks, but he crazy.
It's funny, dude. Like, his sequence is a chilling moment. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was funny. And I think that's the thing about this show. Like, they ain't holding no punches.
No.
Like, they are really going for blood. I mean, when you saw the first episode, Cottonmouth just laying on somebody's head, just beating his head in with his bare fist, I ain't never seen nothing else like that. Like, that was unnecessary, you know? But, it was a good episode. I give this one a 9.5 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed it.
I mean, I'm a little harder to please, so...
8?
Can I give my own number? But yeah, I give it an 8. I like, aside from all the action and everything going on with Luke Cage, like, I like the conversation that he has with this little young brother about the use of the N-word. Yeah. Like, just like that, like, so for it to be like to have that piece in there was so good. Like, because you get to see all these different elements of what Harlem is, and, you know, like, thinking about, I don't know, that was great. Like, I like the conversation he had with this young brother before he had to scare the devil out of him.
Yeah, Mike Coulter, he did some good acting in this episode. You can really feel his...
Some chocolate.
You could really feel his acting and, like, his charisma and just his zeal as trying to make a difference, you know? And it's going to be interesting, though, to see his world turn upside down, because the more he does stuff, the more he's going to be exposed. So stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoyed these first 2 episode reviews. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't going to stop. We got to go and do some stuff. Thanks. Yeah. We're going to go into a class.
We have a meeting.
We got a class to go to. All right. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.